BreakOut Studios live online videos. We're getting ready to do some intermediate Ballet 2 this morning. So take some time to get yourself set up, get your bar, get your water. I'll get some music playing and we'll get going here in a few minutes. I'll get my camera kind of set up too. It's being super weird today. I have to move my bar out of the way to make room for my ballet bar in the morning, so sometimes you'll catch a little glimpse of that. All right, there we go. All right, let's get started. We'll start facing our bar, doing our regular warm-up. So we'll start here in parallel. And we'll start off with our prances. So we'll have 4 normal, inner plie, 1, or start with my right leg. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, circling the head, and 6, and 7, and 8. Send that foot back, calf stretch, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, back to parallel. Other side, bend, up, down, and 3, and 4, circling the head the other direction, waking up the neck, and 8. Send that foot back, calf stretch for 8 counts, 3 and 4, 6, 7, and 8. And then we'll take our demi and point, waking up the feet, tendu, lower, and press, trying to spread out the toes, really wake up all the metatarsals, plie, tendu, and stretch. We'll take a big port de bras side, and let's carve out the spine as we go forward. Other side, demi and point, demi and down, tendu, lower, push and in, tendu, plie, push and in, and reach to the side, carving it out to the front. And then we'll have our parallel stretches. We'll swan dive down, leading with the chest, and then coming up flat back, long through the nape of the neck. And port de bras back, coming up, twist out the spine, and other side, all the way down, flat back, reaching long to come up, port de bras back, coming up, twist off the spine, and facing the bar again, we'll take a quad stretch, probably about 2 8 counts here, so take your time. And then other leg, take that quad stretch. And then we'll finish. Yeah, so starting there in parallel, we have our prances, circling the head, calf stretch, and I'll talk you through the rest as well. All right, here we go. So starting with the right leg, prances and a plie. We have 1 and 2 and 3. Keeping the ankles nice and straight and circling the head out. And send that foot back to the calf stretch. Pulling up the lower abdominals, sitting that heel rooted down. Come back. Other side, prance and a plie. And circling the head the opposite direction. Send that foot back into the calf stretch. Again, pulling up the abdominals, sending that heel rooted back down to the floor. And come to a first position. Right leg goes demi and point and demi. Back to first. Tendu, lower straight, and push and close. Again, add a plie, push and close. Port de bras side, and carve out the spine. Other side, demi, point and demi. Back to legs nice and engaged. Push to point and close. Pulling up the lower abdominals. Yeah. And port de bras side. And carving it out. And parallel. Swan dive down. Reaching long through the nape of the neck. Come in flat back. And reaching up to port de bras back. Coming up and twisting out the spine. And to the other side. Swan dive down. Keeping those hips nice and even. Reaching long, coming up flat back. And lifting up out of the hips to lean back. Coming up and twist out the spine. And facing the bar, let's take a quad stretch. Gluing those knees together, pulling up the lower abdominals. 1 more 8 count. And we'll take the other leg. So again, finding a spot where these knees close together as we can. Pulling up the lower abdominals. And bring it back down and shake it out. Nice. All right, let's move on to some plies. So let's start in this second position today. Really wake up those hips right away. And we'll start out with 2 grand pliés. So we'll have grand plie 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We'll reverse the port de bras for the second grand plie and 7 and 8. Let's take a port de bras side and port de bras away and 6 and 7. Tendu first. Nice and simple. 2 demis and demi. Grand plie, keeping the hips right underneath the shoulders and 7 and 8. We'll port de bras forward. 4, 2 and 4, 2. Port de bras back. 4, 2 and tendu and 4. We'll have demi and stretch and demi and stretch. Let's roll through the feet. So plie, peel those heels up and stretch, lower down. Let's take port de bras forward and back in parallel. So parallel again, nice hamstring stretch. 2, 3, 4, and back. 6, turning out, tendu fifth. 2 demis and demi. Grand plie, keeping those hips right underneath the shoulders. 6 and 7 and 8. Let's take a big circular port de bras forward. 4, 2, around to the side. Hit that back corner to the back, around and up. And then we'll tendu back to first. We'll plie, we'll roll through those feet again. Let's balance in first and feel that balance there. Yeah, so second position, we have grand plie. Reverse the grand plie side and away. First normal, 2 demis and a grand. Forward and back. 4, 2 demis, roll through, the arm comes up. Parallel again, forward. You can even flex the foot there to get more of a calf stretch. And back. Tendu fifth, 2 demis and a grand. And we'll take that circular port de bras around. Back to first. Roll through and balance. So make sure whenever we do these grand plies that we keep the hips right underneath the shoulders the whole time. Even if we want to add a little port de bras and a pas mal, that's great. But make sure it doesn't come at the expense of sending our hips behind our shoulders. Here we go. And starting in a second position, 2 grand pliés. And reverse. And side and away. And plie, release, and we'll finish. Good. All right, let's go around to the other side. Make sure when we're doing our port de bras, our hand needs to keep a relationship to the crown of our head. So when we're port de bras forward, it meets like a 5th high position, And it continues there as I come up. I go to the back, same thing, it stays right there the whole time. I don't get to do this or do this. And then it opens to the side. To the side, same thing. I hit that beautiful fifth high position, exactly the same as if I were standing upright. And then other side. With that circular quarter bra too, it maintains that same fifth high position right above the crown of the head. So we can't get too flowery with the arms. Here we go. Second position. Grand plie. And reverse. Quarter bra side and away. Relationship of that hand to the crown of the head. And away, we over the balls of the feet. Bring it to first. Grand plie. And quarter bra forward. Find that relationship with the hand and the crown of the head. And to the back. Tendu into fourth. And let's roll through. We plie, peel the heels up. Rise, lower down, parallel and forward. And back. Tendu into fifth. Demi. Grand plie, keeping those hips right underneath the shoulders. Circular quarter bra, find that relationship with the hand to the crown of the head. And we leave it there as we circle around. And tendu back to first. Plie, rolling through. And find that balance. The backs of the legs engaged. And release. And finish. Nice. All right, let's take it on to some tendus from first. So I'll demonstrate this side. We'll take two tendus out nice and easy. One, and in, and two, and in. We have tendu. Flex in a plie. Reach longer to point and back in. Same thing, side and in. Following that line out with your toe and in. And side flex, plie, and point and in. Repeat back and in. Tendu and in and back. Flex, plie, keep those knees right over the toes. Point and in. I carry through to the front, plie. Rond de jambe and lower and flex and lower and point, plie, and then I start the whole thing from the back. So two tendus, out, flex, plie and point. Two tendus, out, flex and point. Two tendus, out, flex and point. Brush through, plie, around, lower, flex, lower, point, plie, and finish. And we'll finish there. We won't balance. Yeah. So after we take it around, two tendus and flex point, we brush through plie, rond de jambe, around, lower, flex, lower, point, plie, and then we reverse it from the back. And then we'll finish there. All right, here we go. Tendus from first. Some Phantom of the Opera. We have out, in, heel forward, flex point, reach longer and close. Same thing, side. Tendus, flex, plie, reach longer to the back. And out, knees right over to around to the other side, making sure to really use this to wake up the metatarsals in the feet. Spreading out those toes. Here we go. Out, in, out, in, out. Flex, plie, reach longer, and side massage the floor. To a tendu from fifth. So we'll have, so we'll use our arms this time, and we'll have tendu and straight, tendu, plie, and out, and in, and two, quit. To the side, we change, out, plie, out, in, and in, and into the back, straight, back, plie, back, in, out, in, and then we switch inside leg front, one, and in, one, plie, one, in, out, in, and then we reverse the whole thing from the back. So one, slow, one, plie, one, slow, and two, quit. One, close straight, one, plie, one, straight, and in, to the front, straight, front, plie, front, straight, and in, inside leg, plie, out, in, and then after that, let's take a susu, but let's slide out, and we're gonna awesome lay up to susu, and then balance there. And then we'll finish, yeah? So the pattern is front side, back, inside leg, back side, front, inside leg, slide out, awesomely up, and then we'll balance in that susu, yeah? So nice kind of clear, sharp accents. Here we go. Arms up, out, in, out, plie, out, in, and to the side, plie, in, go to the back, plie, out, in, inside leg, front, straight, plie, and repeat from the back. Out, in, to the side, straight, plie, in, to the front. Get those little toes back each time we close fifth. Little toes back and in, inside leg. And let's slide out the foot. Awesome way up to susu. Balance there in that susu. Heels circling up and forward. Tailbone heavy, engaged and down. Plie, and we'll finish good. All right, we'll take it around to the other side. I love doing inside leg front and inside leg back into exercises because it really helps us kind of be more aware of our squareness. If we let the hip go when we're using our inside leg to the front or to the back, it's way more obvious and it feels awkward. We can kind of cheat it when we go with our outside leg to the bar, but as soon as we go to the inside leg, we're not able to really hold the bar anymore, and we're like, oh my goodness. So with this inside leg, really make sure that you keep that working hip still and back. So it may be a little bit harder to achieve that turnout with that front leg, but that's okay. We need to keep that hip back so that when we come into the center, we're able to do all those positions nicely. All right, here we go. To the left. Squareness with our inside leg. 7 and 8. Reach, lift, reach, plie. Out, fit, and fit, and fit. Side, in, plie. Out, in, to the back. Plie. Out, in, inside leg, keeping that working hip back. Really feeling those inner thighs there. To the back. Straight. Plie. To the side. Straight. And into the front. Out. Straight. Out. Plie. Getting ready inside leg, not opening up the shoulders. Shoulders and ribcage square. And slide out, assemble up to Susu. And feel that balance. Inner thighs crossed, glued tight together. Lift, plie, and finish. Nice. All right, we'll move on to some dégagés. All right, some dégagés from fifth position. We're gonna be going through a coupe. So we're gonna do this twice through. The first time we'll keep our arm to the side. The second time we'll have an option to add in the arm. So we'll have 3 to coupe change. 1, 2, 3, coupe change. To the side, 2, 3, coupe change. And back, 2, 3, coupe change. 1 front, 1 side, 1 back, plie, and stretch. From the back, 2, 3, coupe change, and side, 2, 3, coupe change, and front, 2, 3, coupe change, 1 back, 1 side, 1 front, plie. Repeat, and now we can add an arm if we want to. 1, 2, 3, coupe change, arm opens, 2, 3, coupe change, down and up, to the back, 3, coupe change. You can use arm if you want to, or just keep it side, front, side, back, or front, side, back. Whatever arms you're feeling confident about. Back, 2, 3, coupe change, and side, 2, 3, coupe change, and front, 2, 3, coupe change, and back, and side, front, plie. And then let's take a coupe balance, your choice, front or sur le coup de pied, which is where it's wrapped around the ankle. Your choice. Let's take a coupe balance just on flat. We'll move on to releve in the next combination, but let's kind of find it here on flat first. Find that technique in that form of our upper body before we rise up to releve. So the pattern is 3 dégagés, coupe change. 3, always changing coupe change. 3, always changing coupe change. And 1, 1 plie. Reverse it from the back, and then we'll repeat it, adding in a port de bras, balancing in a sur le coup de pied or coupe front just on flat. Here we go. And 7, 8, and in, coupe change, to system will become more important as we start lifting the leg higher to passe. Really think about, in this balance here especially, that we're pulling up on our supporting side and not so much dropping the working hip, but just kind of relaxing it. We don't want to have too much lift and tension here. We're relaxing in this hip as we're pulling up on that supporting side with all of these kind of coupes. We don't want to use our hip to lift the leg. We're using the backs of our legs to lift from underneath and down. And I like to think too, I tell my little kids like we're scooping up ice cream. Yeah, but it's kind of fun. It kind of helps you think about it. Scooping up all of those coupes. Here we go, other side. And 7, 8, and fit. 2, 3, scoop and land, and side. Scooping down to the back. Scooping down, one front, one side, one back. Plie. From the back. Scoop. From the front. One back, one side, plie, adding an arm. To the back. One front, one side, back, plie. From the back. And side. And front. One back, one side, front plie. And coupe front or circle coupe plie. And pulling up on that supporting side. Relaxing that working hip. And finish. Good. All right. We'll finish off our dégagés with a little one for speed from first. We'll be facing our bar. So we'll have in first position, keep our arms here in the bar. We'll have 2, slow, and 3, quicker, and 2, slow, and 3, quicker, and 2, slow, and 3, quicker. Option 2, ton lie, in to go to the other side, or if you're on a chair and you don't have the space to do that, plie, push up and in. And then we'll go to the left. 2, in, and 1, 2, 3, 2, in, and 1, 2, 3, 2, in, and 1, 2, 3. Option to ton lie, or push right back onto your supporting side. After we do that, we'll take 7 on cloches each side. 1, brush, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and first and front. Brush without changing our headlights. 5, 6, 7, and first. Grand plie. 2, and up. Rise up. And then we'll take a coupe back. And we'll balance. And on your own time, switch. And balance. And then we'll finish. So 2, slow, 3, quick, 3 sets. And then a ton lie. 2, slow, 3, quick, 3 sets. Ton lie on that 4th set. And on clash 7. On clash 7, close 8. Grand plie, rise up, balance, and balance. So we're getting lots of speed at this dégagés and brushes while trying to keep our hips nice and stabilized before we go into those ronde-jambes. All right, here we go. All right, and in, 1, 2, 3, in, 1, 2, 3, again, 1, 2, 3, and out, plie, and push, other side, and in, 2, 1, 2, 3, out, plie, on, clash, and front, back, front, back, front, back, front, close first, other side. 7, close first, grand plie. Release those hips, press up. All right. Take it on to some rond de jambes. Let's do, from fifth, let's take a little preparation. I never give a rond de jambe preparation, but let's do it. So on 5, 6, 7, rond de jambe to the side on 8. And 2 rond de jambes, and brush, and brush. Repeat, rond de jambe, and brush, and brush. Let's take plie, coupe through, and straight around. Plie, higher legs, passe, extend back, and sit. And rond de jambe, and brush, and around, and 2, and brush, plie, through, around, plie, arabesque, passe, to the front, and fifth. And let's just take our normal port de bras action. We'll do circular port de bras around in fifth position, lunge back on that inside leg. We'll circular port de bras around all the way down. Again, let's come to a tendu. We'll port de bras back. Option to do a penché with us. Penché, coming up, change to en face, plie, and let's go right up to passe. So again, relaxing that working hip, pulling up on that supporting side as we go up to passe, and then we'll balance there. So rond de jambe and rond de jambe, brush and a brush, around for 2, and brush and a brush, plie, through coupe, just a nice low leg, around at 45 degrees. Now you can take the leg as high as you want. Passe, arabesque, and fifth. Reverse all that. Circular port de bras. Reverse it all the way down. Up. Port de bras back. No weight on that back toe. Try to, if you're doing the penché with this, try to leave that relationship so the leg lifts and pushes your upper body down. Your upper body pushes the leg back. And plie, whoosh, and passe balance. Here we go. So now we just do a bunch of fast dégagés, trying to stabilize the hips. So let's keep that now as we do our rond de jambes and start moving our legs up higher. Here we go. And fifth position, our little preparation. Plie front, around side, around 1, 2, brush, around, and brush, plie, coupe to the back, around to the other side. I don't know about you, my muscles are feeling really, really tight. Today, nothing seems to be feeling good. So if you're in the same boat, make sure that you're not gripping anything in an effort to kind of get that leg up. Just take the leg lower, do what you need, but make sure that we're not gripping and having too much tension in those bigger muscles. Here we go. Preparation, carry side, around, two, and rush, around, two, and rush, breathe through it, plie front, push, flip from the back. All right, let's move on to, these notifications never go away. All right, let's go on to a little fondue adagio action. So we'll do, that's right. So we'll have fondue, just a low leg. Let's use our arm, and then a little attitude lift, extend. Switch to inside leg, low leg, attitude, extend, outside leg, low, attitude lift, extend, rond de jambe, en l'air, single or double, and close. From the back, just a low leg, attitude, and now we lift to our height, fondue, inside leg, lifting the heel, and up, and outside leg, and circling it, and up, rond de jambe, en dedans, two, double or single, rising up to a new round, we go right away to the left side. An option to take any part on releve, keep it on flat as we go around to the front. From the back, option to take maybe this on flat and then rise up to releve as you go around. Whatever you're feeling your calves are ready for. But making sure as we lift in this attitude, we take a low leg, we lift and we relax that working hip down, sending that heel up, that knee down, and whoosh. Breathe, exhale to lift that leg up to whatever height you're aiming for. So here we go, right and left together, front, back, side, rond de jambe, close, reverse it. Here we go. it's just my body or if that was a rough one. If I could give my younger self a big piece of advice, it's to breathe. And so many combinations just, and then get so tight. All right, let's move on to some frappes. Breathe. Okay, so we'll have, let me play with music, make sure I'm right before I jump into a tempo. Okay, so we'll do 2 slow, 2 quick carry. 1, 2, 1, 2, carry side. Strike, 2, 2, fast range. Strike, 2, 2, fast range. Petit battement, 6 and 7 and 8. To the back. 1, 2, 2, fast range. 1, 2, 2, fast range. 1, 2, 2, fast range. Petit battement, 6 and 7 and 8. And then let's do an attitude balance today. So we'll do kind of angling in, so our hips are diagonal towards the bar. We'll have fondue, passe. Let's lift the knee and take it to attitude. We'll extend allongé, and we'll finish. Yeah? So 2 slow, 2 fast, range down to our next position. Same thing side, same thing back. And then we have our petit battement, which is when the toe just goes front, back, back. So you feel free to take it slow if these are new to you. Just front and back and front and back. Or do your fast double time tempo. Reverse all that from the back. Petit battement, 6, extend on 7, close 8, fondue, passe, attitude, lift, whoosh, and finish. With this attitude, big thing, lifting that back knee. So only take that leg as high as you can keep the knee above or in line with the toe. We don't want to lift it higher and have the knee dropped. So keeping that knee lifted. Another thing is to not forget about pulling up. And I don't think about pulling up on our shoulders because then our shoulders like to lift up. But I just think of pulling up kind of my rib cage, lifting up on that opposite side, up and carving, spiraling around back, and this shoulder coming forward to balance there in that attitude. All right, here we go. Frappes and attitude balances. 2 slow, 2 quick, carry to the next side. And 7, 8, and strike. 2, 1, 2, carry side. Side. 2, 1, 2, carry back. Back. 2, 1, 2, carry side. Petit battement. And petit battement knee. And out and in and back. Carry side. Strike. Strike. Energy through your toenails. Strike. Petit battement. And fondue inside leg. Draw it to passe. Lifting that knee in opposite rib cage as we go to attitude. Spiraling, lifting, extend, and finish. Good. Now there's a lot of spiraling happening to attitude. We're wrapping that leg around. We're wrapping our opposite rib cage around. Let's go other side. And strike. 2, strike, strike, carry side. Out. 2, out, out. 1, 2. Petit battement. Don't forget to breathe. From the back. Carry side. Carry front. off with some grand mas. Okay, let's do, we'll get some momentum brushing from the back. So we'll have 7, 8, grand ma, tendu, grand ma, tendu, grand ma, tendu, grand ma, and fifth. Side and in, side and in, side, swivel in, swivel out from the back and back, brush front and back, brush front, back, brush front, back and fifth. Then side and in, side, and swivel and out. Let's go. No, I don't know if the music will be ready. Out, swivel in, out, and finish. And then I'll stop and restart the music pretty quickly, so we'll go around right away, but not with music. So, front and brush. Get that momentum, tendu. Momentum, tendu. Brush, close, fifth on 8. 1, 2, 3, swivel in, swivel out. And brush, tendu, brush, and brush, and brush, and fifth, and 3 to the side, 2, third, 1, swivels in, swivels out, and finish. And then we'll finish off with the more. All right, so using that tendu, either back or front, to get that momentum down and up so that we're using the backs of the legs and the strength of the brush, not our quads and the tops of our legs to lift the leg. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, brush, tendu, brush, back, brush, tendu, last one was the fifth. Side, relax that working hip, out, swivel in, swivel out, back, tendu, back. Last one closes fifth. 3 side, out, swivel in, swivel out, and finish. All right, right around to the other side. The music would have made it. Oh well, here we go. And brush, back, brush, back. Side, brushing down to go up, swivel from the back. Three side, breathe into it. And finish, good. All right, we're done with our bar. Let's move it out of the way. We'll come center. So take like a minute here. I'm gonna play our little waltzy music, and then we'll come center in about a minute. little waltzy step here. Yeah, that's space. So let's start kind of in a B plus position on our left leg. And we're going to step out to an arabesque with our arms hip high. So we're going to have step 1 and 2, plie 3 and 4, and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fait. We have tendu croisé to prepare for an en-dedans turn, and then we're coming up to that passe position, 6 and 7 and 8. And then we start to the left. So 1, arms up, 2, lift, land it, and 4, and balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fait, tendu, 2, and prepare for 2. Take it to a balance passe, 6 and 7 and 8. And then option, if you want to challenge yourself on that passe balance, feel free to take that preparation a bit more quickly or more syncopated, so you can have out and 2 and up and 2 and balance, plie and down, or you can take it more even with the music to get that musicality as well. So one more time, and then we'll play around with it with the music. So starting here in B plus, the arms go up to remind us to lift, and now we land, 4, 2, quick balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fait, tendu, on the croisé, prepare, and take that passe, 6, plie, and stretch. Arabesque, 1, 2, plie, 2, balance, maybe travel back a little bit on that balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fait, tendu, for 2, and lunge, for 2, passe. And this is a practice for an en-dedans pirouette, so make sure to bring those toes there to the front of the knee, up, plie, and finish. All right, let's mark it to the right with our music, and then we'll get going with it. Here we go. 8, we have 1, 2, and 3, 4, catch that balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fait, tendu, prepare, passe, plie, and then we go to the left and down, and then our catch that balance. All right, so the reason I wanted to start off with this arabesque, the arms hip high, is to remind ourselves to lift up evenly on both sides, and I think that hip high position helps us naturally keep our shoulders and therefore our rib cage a bit more square. Sometimes when we go like this, it's easy to open out, and then we have this little second arabesque position. So this really helps us get that squareness and that lift right away, and then we lift up through the fingertips as we land, and then that little catch step to the balancing. All right, here we go. Right and left together, and 8. Arabesque, 1, lift, and land. Catch step, balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, fait, and tendu, and lunge. Bring it passe, and fait. Other side, and up, and land. Catch that balance, tombe, pas de bourrée, tendu, prepare, passe, plie, and finish. Good. All right, for any takers, we're going to do it one more time. For that passe balance, since we're kind of preparing for an en-dedans turn when we can get back in the studio and really turn. Again, kind of what I've been saying all of bar. Really make sure whenever we take a passe that we're pulling up that supporting side and trying to relax into that working hip. So as we come to that passe, pull up and relax. I'm also squeezing the backs of my legs and my glutes like crazy. to come up here, pulling up my lower abdominals. So all of that is happening at the same time. Squeezing, pulling up, relaxing to go. And then finish. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. One more set. And arabesque. Yeah. Catch that balance, atomic body right there. And prepare. Here we go. Lift up, relax, and engage. Arabesque. And land. Balancing, atomic body right there. Prepare. And finish. Good. All right, let's stretch it out. I'm just gonna get out my yoga mat just because I have hard tile. Angle it a little bit this way actually today. All right. So let's start sitting on the ground. We're gonna have one leg out straight and one leg kind of flexed to our foot like we're in a sitting down passe. And we're gonna kind of release the hips out there to finish off with. Here we go. So let's have the left leg out straight. Bring that right foot into your left inner thigh. Or sorry, the right leg out straight. Left foot comes into your right inner thigh. And let's just start off gently pressing down on that knee. And we're going to lean over our right leg. So we should feel a little stretch here in the backs of the hip and side right here. and abdominals are pulling up, up, up. Our ribs are interlaced, close together as our sternum and our chest is open in opposition. Relax the shoulders heavy down. Release the tension in the neck. Pretend there's a string at the very top of the nape of the neck that's pulling up to the ceiling. The earlobes are heavy, hanging down. And release it, shake it all out. We made it. All right, thanks for joining me this Thursday, everyone. Have a nice rest of your week, a good weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.